Everybody, and welcome to Robin's house. Today we're working on the Wonderland card making workshop. And this is one of the techniques that we were doing in the workshop in what I call a floating card, because it kind of looks like that front piece is floating on top of the other pieces. So it's a really simple card. And so I just wanted to kind of show you how it works. And then so quickly, you can see that this is made up of three pieces: the base, the bottom of the base, and then the floating piece here. And then the inside is just kind of whatever you want it to be. So I have that. So I'm going to get my trimmer and a piece of white daisy cardstock. So we know our card bases, if you're doing a traditional size, it's 4 1/4. So I'm just going to cut off 4 1/4 piece. And then we also know that our card bases are generally 5 1/2. So at 5 1/2 inches, I'm going to go ahead and score my line. And then I want this piece to be 1 1/2 inches. So I'm going to move my thing right here while it's already here to the 1 1/2 inch line. I'm going to cut it right off, set it aside, and then I'm going to cut 2 inches. You can have this bottom piece be 1 1/2 inches also if you want to, but I just wanted it to be 2 inches. So this piece that I scored, you can see that there is an indent where you pushed down, and you want to fold it, I don't know, away from the score, because when you score and you create that indent, it creates a lot of pressure on the other side, on the back side, where you're technically pushing all those fibers apart. So if you were to fold it this way, you would put all those already tensioned fibers even more. So we're going to fold it in, so we'll squish all that tension and put it that way. And then when we go to put it down, you see we have the top part, and then we have the bottom part. So now we need the middle. So my middle is 3 1/2 inches by 3 1/2 inches. So I'm just going to take some of my scrap and cut it at 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Now you just have to look at your cards and see how you want to do it. Now you can technically, how I did it was evenly spaced top and bottom, but there's no reason to say you can't have it barely touching the top or barely touching the bottom. But anyway, so we have it all laid out so that this is perfectly on the bottom. And then I'm just going to glue it. You can see that there's about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of overlap there. So I'm just going to put about 1/2 inch to 3/4 amount of glue in there. And then I'm going to oh so carefully lay it down as evenly as I can make it. There you go. So now you see that, let's see if I can see it. So now I have this box on top of 2 separate pieces. We'll get a little bit of stuff peeking through. So now it's completely up to you. You can change the size of these top and bottom pieces. You can change the size of this, and it's still the same idea. So it has infinite possibilities, and I hope you give it a try. Let me know if this was helpful. Happy crafting.